hard and I know sometimes it be draining. Life is hard and I know sometimes it get crazy. I know.
Whoa.
Hey, I fuck with this jam right here.
Believe me, this shit too easy. Believe me. What up, Freddie? What up, Freddie? Hey, believe me, this shit too easy. Moving freely, that lame shit is all beneath me. I'm sipping feet.
Hey, I got Chucc Global in the building right now.
Yes, sir.
We listening to that Measure Twice, Cut Once.
Yes, sir.
Believe me.
Out now on all streaming platforms. Once again, Chucc Global is in the building.
I like the first verse, so I'm gonna let the first verse ride.
For sure. I smell like CC, big stacks, need them ASAP. Where Riri, fire pack, tell me where it's at. Need a leafy, run it back, try to be a giant like Tiki. Hey, you cannot read me, never judge a book by its cover, that's deceiving. Fatigue, and so what's your reason? Can't do the pleasing, I'm leaving. I really mean it, turn to a demon. Yeah, if you say so. Focus all on my bankroll with my danks roll. Eat queso. Don't work till you can't blow. Got the recipe, so I bake slow.
So like I said before, man, I'm in the studio with Chucc Global, and as y'all know, it's Harden's 1v1s where I'm doing interviews with some of the hottest people in the city, some of the hottest people outside the city. Right now, I'm lucky to be sitting next to your boy Chucc Global. He inboxed me ASAP. As soon as I put the studio up, you know what I mean? He inboxed me ASAP and he said, "Look, I need to get on the pod." I'm like, I bet.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
That's like that's the short version of the story. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I had some technical difficulties on my side that ain't allow us to get in on the podcast a little sooner.
But we here now.
We here. And now that we here, we got introduced. You know what I mean? We got to introduce the city to you because I heard this Measure Twice, Cut Once, and I was like, damn, like bro, giving a whole different vibe to the city. I definitely like this type of flow. It's giving me like a little, like a currency type vibe, you know what I mean? Like just real smooth, like you talking your shit, you know what I mean? But you ain't gotta be too extra with it.
You know, we just try, we was keeping the P before gunning, you know what I'm saying? So
been keeping the P.
Bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? He just made it more.
Yeah.
I'm a real laid back type of guy. I'm a type of nigga that like listen to R&B in the nighttime, you know what I'm saying? Just some smooth shit. I sip some wine, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
just some smooth shit, you know?
So what kind of wine would you say? Is you a red or is you a white?
Now if we talking wine, I'll definitely drink some Moscato. Like I'm a Moscato type of guy, just on some chill shit. But I really drink like champagne. Yeah, and I'm more of like a rosé type of guy.
So my boy on some like he a smooth type of guy. That's basically what he's trying to say. He a smooth criminal.
Just, I don't need all the rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Like
I could dig it. So what side of town you from? Like, and matter of fact, like I don't even want to say what side of town you from. Like, where are you from? Are you from Pittsburgh?
Nah, originally I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania. That's like an hour outside of Philadelphia.
A lot of Puerto Ricans up there.
Man, I grew up with nothing but like multiculturals, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a point in time, like for me when I was growing up, I was like the only black kid in my school. Yeah. Well, like not in my classroom. So like I grew up different, my mom and dad separated. I ended up moving back out here because my whole family's from here but me. Yeah. Like I'm the only one that's not from here.
So they be giving you the 814 jokes, like, man, you ain't no pig.
Man, so it's funny, like, my close cousins for sure, you know what I'm saying? Because they would come up to my crib and kick it with me for the summer. And like that was cool when I was living out there. But then when I finally moved out here, them jokes was definitely flying, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's going to happen in Pittsburgh. And I know
for sure. Like, but they fully embrace me. Like what I say is like I got a big family. Yeah. Like I just actually came from a cookout, a family cookout that's on my grandma's side that I didn't even know that's in the city. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't even know. I only knew two sides, and that's my mom and my dad's. And like, I just learned a whole nother side. So like, my family really embraced me when I first moved out here, and I went to
You didn't bring no plate though. I mean,
I definitely didn't get a plate. That's crazy. Now think about, I should have got a plate, but it was love. They told me I could get a plate. I just didn't get a plate. I stopped and showed my face. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
that's all
saying?
you get sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? I should have definitely got a plate because it was looking good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So whenever you was coming up in Pittsburgh, because I mean, it's going to be easier for people to relate to. Like, what high school did you go to, or did you not go to high school in Pittsburgh?
No, so I ended up moving out here 10th grade. So I originally went to a school out Reading called Governor Mifflin. It's like a suburban school. Yeah. But it's like where the city kids can damn near go to school, but like you're in the suburbs, but a lot of city kids, and like if you live in the suburbs, you can go out there. So I went out there, and then like it went upside down. Like I ended up going to the house, Western House, smack dab in Homewood. You know what I'm saying? And when I moved out here in 08. So like it was a totally different climate. Not saying it's no different, but like it was just different. You know what I'm saying? When I like culturally. I put like this music for me. It was a culture shock because I grew up listening to like East Coast rap. You know what I'm saying? Like real like Hove. I grew up listening to Hove and Biggie and like just real rap.
Niggas who be talking.
You know what I'm saying? Just real rap. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't help me living in Reading. State property was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but
bro, this is.
Hey, you know, I might have some kids. We got kids. We got kids. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? My bad,
bro.
I'm gonna let it fly.
you gonna live? Hey, bro.
I'm gonna let it fly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let it fly. But yeah, bro. So I grew up listening to like real, like you said, real talkers. You know what I'm saying? What I mean? And then when I came out here, it was completely different at that time because that was when I first was really introduced to like Gucci. Now, my cousin, he, like I said, he would come to my crib during the summers and he would put me on to certain shit. Yeah. So I would learn shit, but like once he would leave, that shit would be out my head. You know what I'm saying? But when I finally moved out here in like 08, 09, and that's like the heart of like when Gucci started doing his run. Yeah. And that was like fake late if you really know what's up. Yeah. And like the OJ, the Juice Mans, the fucking fucking Plies, everybody who had a moment. Everybody who had a moment during that time, I got introduced because I moved out here.
The wildest shit is, man, Gucci, whenever he was on his first little run, this nigga was in the 804 like every other weekend.
Yeah, bro. I heard. I definitely heard some stories. I heard Gucci used to just mob through different parts of the city. Yeah,
Gucci was that nigga out here, and I mean, because one thing I noticed just listening to Pittsburgh music and just like keeping up with the culture, and I mean like how everybody moving out here, we love that down south sound, like that Master P, that No Limit.
No, that's a fact.
I mean,
that's
like
a fact. Especially man, dog.
Whenever you listen to a lot of people's music, like it's gonna give you that little bounce, that boosty bounce. That you know what I mean. You know the sound whenever you hear that.
Pittsburgh is like it's funny because Pittsburgh is like it's like Midwest in the sense like we're East Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying? On the map, if you look at it in the map, we're on the East Coast, but we're really in the Midwest because we're so close to Ohio. Yeah. So that's where, like, and they always say that Midwest swing, like, you know what I'm saying? Get that bounce, you know what I'm saying? The Midwest got that bounce. So, like, I agree with what you're saying, you know what I'm saying?
And it's always going to be, like, give or take, like, you might have a dude who's, like, a real spitter like you, like, and I be feeling like even a dude...
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, facts, bro. I heard the tape, but I ain't going to just deny it and be like, yeah, bro. You ain't do your thing. Nah, you was talking shit the whole time.
Appreciate that, bro.
Like as I'm listening to it, I'm like, he's not a. And rest in peace to these dudes. And I only got to mention them because, like, the GOAT level that they was on in this scene, like, you ain't the Teflon. You know what I mean?
Whoa. So that's That's tight. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like you don't fit that mold of
Nah,
like a
for real.
Teflon.
Nah,
you
I
don't
get that.
Fit the mold of
I'm
like,
not street. I don't give off that street persona. And you know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody going to handle their own. I mean,
For sure.
So I ain't going to doubt what nobody doing out here for real.
We all grown men
But
at the end of the day.
I'm saying like just on like a musical level. I mean, like the type vibe that your music gives me. It's not giving me like the drill. It ain't giving me. Now I mean like the trap. It's giving me like that get it out the mud, that work
For
hard,
sure.
that blue
For
collar
sure.
type
Yeah, for
type
sure.
flow. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And a lot of people might not catch what you try to do with the album title, but I feel where you was coming from because it's measured twice, cut once. You could use that on some street shit.
You can use it for
that's some
just
contracting
life.
shit
You can
too.
just use it for life. And
Yeah.
you know, in that title, shout out to my dad. I know you're gonna be watching this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out Pops, know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to my dad. That album title actually came from just conversations having with him. You know what I'm saying? My dad tries to drop a lot of gems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just had open heart surgery last year around this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
he's
here. He's here,
Hey,
and he's
shout out
moving
to
and
the big
grooving.
man, 'cause
You know,
you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Most High off
fact.
top. You know what I'm saying? So, that title actually just came from just conversations of us just over the phone because he really tries to drop gems. Because you know, at the end of the day, we all got an expiration date.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, if you got kids. And for the people who's watching this, I don't know if y'all got kids, but if you do got kids, you got to leave something with them so they can leave it with the next. You know what I'm saying? Especially we got sons, you know what I'm saying? Especially black, you know, us being black.
Fact.
You know, we got young black males, we want to give them game so they know, so they can keep it going.
Because that was the next thing I was going to ask you because, you know what I mean, I ain't grew up with a dad. You feel me? So whenever I do, like, come around people who did grow up with a dad, I be wanting to know, like, what was his influence on your life? Because I could only see life through a point of view of somebody who like, I'm a mama's boy for real, but like my mom is everything.
Sure. So
but, yeah, let me know how that relationship was.
So all right, so I ain't gonna lie, like yo, me and my dad, it wasn't always like this.
Yeah.
Like I was a mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. I think that's just culturally, like you grow up underneath your mom. Growing up as a young black boy, you know what I'm saying? You grow up underneath your mom. And my dad was just a workaholic. So my dad was like never in the crib. My dad was a provider. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like he was just dad. And then when him and my mom split up, it was like I was immature because I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm rocking with my mom.
We always gonna rock with the mom.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
She's a nurturer.
That's just how it is. So like I ended up rocking with my mom, and that's when I was living out here. And like my dad would come back and forth. He was living in Harrisburg at the time. He would come back and forth. See me, I was playing football for Westinghouse. Shout out to Westinghouse. They keep rocking. We ranked number 3 in the state. Ranked number 3. Shout out to Westinghouse. But
hold on, while we shouting out Westinghouse, I definitely got to shout out my boy. He played for Pitt right now, number 50. I forget his name.
I see, man, and look, I'm doing such an injustice to the house right now. I'm doing such a disservice in the injustice because I don't know the name off the top of my head, but bro, you know who we talking about, and it's all love.
Yeah, facts.
It's all love.
But yeah, keep on talking about how like you came up with your dad and you said he was staying on Harrisburg and then you were going to Westinghouse.
For sure. So basically, he would come back and forth. He would come back and forth to see me play for the house and whatnot. And once I graduated school, I ended up, I was 18 once I graduated, and I ended up just moving out there with him, moving out to like outside of Chester, like you know what I'm saying, and just taking that grooming time of developing as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't go to school. I jumped. I went and got a job. You know what I'm saying? I went and worked 2 jobs and then just took my grooming time with my dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then ended up moving back out here in like 2014, 2015. Just been back out here since. And then just been trying to move and groove. But now I'm finally getting my feet wet where I need to do.
Yeah, so basically, like your dad. So you could say that like your dad offered you that structure as an adult.
For sure.
But you know what I mean, like whenever you had the choice to choose as a child, you choosing like the nurturing side. Like I'd rather be nurtured than
that's just. I think that was just. My son's like that now. You know what I'm saying? I got a 5-year-old, and he's autistic. So and that's totally different for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I never had any autism in the family, so this is new for me. And
that's what's up. I mean, I've coached football, so I mean, like, I've had a few autistic kids that came through the program, like, and some of the kids wasn't diagnosed with it, but like you could kind of tell like some of the behaviors of them. Sure. And bro, like I gotta commend you on it for living in like, you know what I mean, like taking care of like an autistic child for like 24/7. You know what I mean?
That's my boy.
Like having them even for 4 hours, like you gotta have like the patience of Job to really be. You know what I mean?
Man. Look, I
because
put like
you gotta
this.
Understand them. You know
no, 100%. And like my boy's a character, just like his pops. You know what I'm saying? So if you I sound like that Porky Pig or something. But if you check out my my Instagram, Chucc Global, on IG, CHUCC Global, like the world, you'll see him on there. Like that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? I've been there since day one. So I just try to be there like my dad was there for me. You know what I'm saying? And be better. Be better, because I want him one day when he has a kid, I want him to be better. You know what I'm saying? So, and
that's a good thing. That's a good trait to keep pushing down in our community, because I know this is like one of my first interviews on my new podcast, but I know going forward, I'm not going to have a lot of situations where like, guys, come on, where they had their dad in their life. You know what I mean? A lot of the people I'm going to be interviewing is going to be like, I came up in a single family household.
Yo.
That's not supposed, like, not to cut you off, but.
No, yeah.
We ain't trying to make that a normal thing, you know what I mean? Like, a father in the household, bro, like, we got to make that a normal thing, because you see the way you talk educated, you know what I mean? Like, you act like you got some goddamn sense, you know what I mean? But that all comes from, like...
Hey, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to say, like, I'm not trying to talk down to whatever he's saying, because I really, bro, like, you speaking highly of me, you know, I appreciate that, bro, you know what I'm saying? But don't get that twisted, because a lot of niggas think because you talk educated or you talk like with some sense, they try to push you over as like you soft or and it's not that. Not saying I'm a tough nigga, because I don't even play that role. You know what I'm saying? I learned young. Like your tongue is powerful as the sword, so you really gotta watch what you say. A lot of times, and I really look at like a lot of times. People in our culture die the way they die because they speak that shit.
Yeah, fact.
So that's why your favorite rapper died, because he raps about it in all his songs. That's why your favorite rapper died, unfortunately. Fact. So I just try to like speak positive. That way, positive shit come to me. You know what I'm saying? But niggas still have their moments. Don't get it to. I'm bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're human.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So a lot of times, like, you don't want to get out of character, but a lot of times, like, you got to get out of character just to, like, you got to prove your point one time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like a pushover all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stand your ground. But for the most part, it don't seem like you to do this, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's just like, you're a cool dude.
I appreciate that.
You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And I heard that numerous times. I appreciate that.
I don't want to ever like try to like associate being a cool dude with being a soft dude, because that's far from the case. Facts. I know some dudes who wild with the mouth, stone cold pussy.
Facts.
But I know some dudes who don't be saying shit
and get it on. Them the ones you gotta watch.
Facts. But I want to go into like your music now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because I wanted to get like your background. I want people to know like where you come from. Like, I mean, like how you come up. But I also want to use that to see how you incorporate that with your music and what you're doing to portray, like, I mean, like that in your music.
Okay, so basically, I've been rapping since 2008. I graduated 2011. So I graduated Westinghouse 2011. while in Westinghouse, there was a program called Lighthouse, and that showed us how to use Pro Tools, and basically I learned how to rap.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So I've been rapping since then, and like I've been rapping since from I dropped projects on like SoundCloud and shit, but like I ain't really like dropping nothing with some consistency. So all right, 2020 hit, the pandemic hit. Me and my dog, shout out to Jiggy, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Them was the knuckleheads, basically.
Yeah,
the knuckleheads, them was my guys. You know what I'm saying? I was around the whole time. Like the whole time they're even moving around the city, I'm with them. Yeah. I'm just like I'm like indecisive what I want to do, but I'm still rapping.
Yeah.
But all right, so pandemic hit. We got a studio on the south side, and like you damn near can live in there, you know what I'm saying? And we had our homie left all this equipment for us, and it was like, shit, he left all this equipment for us. Well, let's use it.
Yeah, let's rap.
Bruh, so I ended up, bro, from that point, I record every project. When you look up my name on wherever you like to stream, if that's Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, just type in Chucc Global, like I said, CHUCC Global, like the world, and every project single you see that pops up in mine, I recorded, I mixed, and now with this project, I mixed and mastered this project. There's only one song I didn't master on this project, and that's the Change Up song featuring EDF. Shout out to EDF, shout out to Houston. Hey, what's up? Hey, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hands on. Yeah. Like I never been this consistent, and since 2020 to now, I dropped 8 projects.
Yeah. Hey, and that's how, man, that's one thing that I gotta preach to people, because a lot of people just want to drop a song or a single here and there, but it's really like you gotta be dropping consistent projects, music, videos, however you gotta do.
And I'm still not doing enough, and you're right. Everything you're saying, you're right.
Yeah, you gotta keep your buzz up. A lot of people will get a nice buzz and then they'll fall back.
100%.
Then they'll get a nice buzz again and then they'll fall back. And granted, life happened. You feel me? Like,
my bad.
And I really show an appreciation to like local rappers, anybody, like people just pursuing their dreams, because, bro, like you don't get paid for this, bro.
No, facts.
You actually putting out more money to chase your dream
than what I'm doing getting back.
Yeah, you know what I'm
saying? Right now. And that, you know, but you know, I feel like I'm laying the groundwork to where I'll be reciprocating some major moves, some major funding.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm laying the groundwork. That's what people just gotta check out the discography. It's out there. You know what I'm saying?
I only say that to say because there's like a stigma around like local hip hop or local rappers or anybody who's doing something on like a local level.
For sure.
There's like a stigma that like
you doing that little rap thing still?
Yeah, that little rap thing.
Yeah, for sure. Someone asked me today, yo, you still doing that little rap thing? And it's like they try to downplay it, but it's like, yeah, I am, because it's like,
it's what I want to do.
It's what I want to do.
There's no look, and God did. Jay-Z, he killed that shit so much, bro. There's no expiration date on no rapper, bro. Like if you got a tongue and you be talking that shit, keep on talking your shit, bro. Until you 40, until you 50. Like, don't nobody know why you do your music, bro. It's therapy for a whole lot of people. Like,
yeah,
there's 100%. People who don't, like a lot of the entertainers nowadays, like you'll see like I think Summer Walker, like she didn't really like doing like live performances because she's an introvert. She made her music for herself. She just happened to get popping. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like that's her therapy. She was just making music. So even if she never blew up ever in life, she would still be making music just to cope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like we just got to give a shout out to all like local rappers, because the shit ain't easy, and you be holding down a regular life, plus you trying to hold down like your rap life. And
yeah, man, it's definitely, you gotta there's a lot of different lives that I'm juggling right now, in the sense of like I'm wearing different hats, and you know, you gotta make time, but you know, you just gotta make time for what's important, what really matters, because at the end of the day, you know, all we got in this life is time. That's the most important thing, and that's the only thing we can't get back. So you gotta be real wise of what you do with it, because you know, you wasted. You can't get that back. You can lose 100. You can lose 1,000. You can lose whatever. You get that back. But you know what I'm saying. You lose 5 years of just wasted time. You can't get that back.
Yeah,
Not in this lifetime. So.
And you said within this 5 years you dropped like 8 projects, right?
So within 2 years.
Oh, within 2 years. My bad. I got my math wrong.
No, you go. It's all good. We were smoking some good herb. You know what I'm saying? So excuse the mathematics right now.
All the way off
it's all good though. But yeah, in the past 2 years, I definitely dropped 8 projects. My latest project, Measure Twice, Cut Once, fully executive produced by Freddie Rivers. Freddie Rivers, not Rivers is River, not no River. S. Yeah, don't add no S to that man's name. He's originally out of Cali. My bad. Originally out of Cali, but I think he's in Texas right now. And I got a co-production out of my boy Tavares Jordan, and he's out of North Carolina. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's moving and grooving throughout the little. I'm in the lane. I feel like I'm in a certain lane right now. And that's what I'm bringing to Pittsburgh, because there's nobody in the city that's in my lane. Yeah, like there's no, but like so I know eventually it's going smack. Like it has no reason not to. You either gonna catch up or get with it or get lost, pretty much. And you don't even gotta get lost, but you better get with it. At least you can get rid of it. That way you can get invited backstage or something. You know what I'm saying? So
anything, yeah. So. Look, I don't want to cut it off right now, but we do got to go to our sponsorship, and we'll be right back. Yeah, shout out to the sponsorship. You know what I mean? Definitely got to grab that Almost Alive clothing.
Yes, sir.
Got to get you got to get the podcast paid for. You feel me?
I got the bills.
I got to have my advertisements going through, but I also want to get back to Chucc Global and what he got going on, because we was just now getting into your album and. Like, just like the details behind it and what we was talking about, like, what was your influences on, like, the title and like the type of songs you chose to put on your tape.
So how this whole project came about, Freddie hit me up. He heard some songs prior. He actually heard my first project, Obstacles, and that was a EP, and he tapped in. He was like, "Yo, I want to work with you." So he ended up shooting me like 17 beats, bro.
Dang.
Like, he sent me like a folder, bro, and I sat with it, and then like in March is when I started. I got hurt. I work for the city right now, so like that's just right now. And I got hurt, so I had time to like just fully like
just like tap in,
just and I record from the crib, like what I'm saying. Like I got the luxury of like recording from my house right now. So
Bryson Tiller recorded his whole first album from the crib in his living room,
bro. It's like if you know how to do it, like and if you can
do it anywhere.
Exactly. Like
Lil Wayne recorded his whole the Drought. I think he recorded the Drought
in like a hotel.
In a hotel, like facts. Just
moving around. Facts. And that, bro, I really recommend if you're an artist, be hands on with your music, because it's no different than like if you're a chef, like you cook your food like how you want your food to taste, like you know what I'm saying. Facts. So like if you're an artist, it's no different, because like. How I want to say something, or if I don't think the vocals sound right, like I got to tweak it to where I think it sounds right. And now because I'm getting so much deeper into like the engineering side, and the audio aspect of it, it only makes the music better. But not to fall into that. Measure Twice, Cut Once. I got Tavares on there. Like I said, Tavares is out in North Carolina, but Freddie, he's the main producer, because he sent me, a folder.
Yeah, you hear his name all throughout the album.
Yeah, that's my guy, and right now he's working with different artists that's in the lane, that are like making some noise. So shout out to Freddie, man. That's my guy. I appreciate him just reaching out to me. And
so like, how you like? What's your beat selection process? Like, how do you choose like the perfect beat for what you wanna say on it?
Yo, so honestly, it's really within like the first 15 seconds. I know if I want to like, or maybe the third. I'll give it 30 because you gotta let the beat.
Intro,
you gotta
the
let
intro
the
be
beat,
like 15 seconds sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let the beat give in. You know, come in, ride. But it just comes. It's like it's one of them if you know type moments. You know what I'm saying? So, it just comes. So I really don't have no picks. It more or less the beat picks me. Yeah. If it comes on and I just words start coming, then that's just what it is.
All right. So who inspired you to start rapping from the jump? Like,
so I always been creative, and it was funny. Me and my pops had a conversation about this today, where even when I was in like 6th, 7th grade, not even 6th, 7th grade, because that's like fake old, but like when I was in like 4th, 5th grade, me being the type of kid that I was in the environment that I was in, like I got in trouble for writing a parody rap to Tipsy, to Jaquan's Tipsy. And I don't know, I forget exactly what it was, but
everybody in the club getting crippy.
No, bro, I don't even know, bro. It was wild, bro. It was wild, bro. It was definitely I don't even know what type time. I can't remember all the way, but like I remember being like 4th, 5th grade writing raps, like or food raps, bro. Writing raps and like getting them took by like the teachers and stuff on some funny stuff.
And they reading them in front of the class, like,
well, not even that. The Tipsy one, I got like in school suspension for that because like I basically went to like an all white school, bro, and I was like there was like maybe 6, 7 black kids in an all white school.
So they looking like what?
So what is like, you know what I'm saying? And like they just didn't get it. And you gotta think there wasn't. I'm the generation where I grew up with computers, the internet, but like we're the founders. I'm the beginning. Like we're the test dummies. Like you know what I'm saying. So they just didn't understand it. Yeah. Like I think nowadays schools understand a lot more stuff now because of social media and the internet.
Yeah, so like the teachers be on TikTok like with their class.
Bro,
like,
you get what I'm saying?
10 years ago, they'd be like, no, hell no. You're going to lose your job.
Facts. You get what I'm saying?
But it's a new day and age. I kind of like it because, bro, you could blow up from being yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you don't got to be, like, I feel like us growing up in hip-hop, I grew up in, like, the 90s. Hip-hop was like everything looked like it was a facade. Like,
yeah, big. Everything was big.
Everything was super big. Like,
facts.
Like if you wanted to shoot a video, you'd be like, man,
I need $500,000.
I want to make an album. I need to do this. If I want to get on, I got to take a trip to New York or I got to go to Atlanta. But no, it's like in this day and age, like you could really be yourself. You could be just freestyling on your couch every single day. If it catch the right motherfucker, they gonna be like, like we want to bring you out. We want to give you like a little deal. You get a little single deal. You make that shit shake. You might be the next top dude, you know what I mean?
Nah, facts. I feel like now in today's age, people buy more than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people want to know like what their favorite artist is doing. How is their favorite artist moving? Like, what does their favorite artist wear? Not saying they didn't want to do it like that, but they want way more insight because of social media.
They want to know what city you buying your clothes out of.
Where and who you talking to.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, I'll be talking sports with a couple of my guys, and they'll be like, oh, man, Jordan and LeBron and all this stuff. And I'm like, look, bro, it's a mystique that the 90s got, bro. Yeah. The same mystique 100%. That Michael Jordan got, Michael Jackson got that same mystique.
Facts.
Like, we'll never feel like nobody's better than Prince or Michael Jackson. Like, it comes with a mystique because we only got to hear about him once a week. And, like, a magazine might come out once a week or once a month, and you be like, oh, they did that.
100%.
But nowadays, like, bro, like, if your favorite artist got into some bullshit, you gonna know the very next hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Think about how many rappers we learned about just, you know, passing away within a half an hour of them passing or minutes.
Triple X.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's just different. It's just different. Now it's a gift and a curse how I look at it, because like, you know, like someone like me, I can use my social media to like to reach outside of my market. Well, yeah, essentially, like everybody who I'm working with, it's not in the city. Yeah. And like, there's only one person who I'm working with, and like, I'm gonna make y'all figure out that's who's in the city. There's only one person in the city right now who I'm working with that has a name. I ain't gonna go there, but like, he's the big homie, and I really appreciate him reaching and working with me. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't got to. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to at all. So pretty much, I'm looking to. I want to work with more people in the city. You know, shout out my boy Billy Hoyle. That's one dude I do work with. I can't even sit here in front. Cannot front Billy. Billy Hoyle. That man. That's a cold white boy, bro.
Shout out Billy. Hey, I ain't think he was nothing but white whenever you said Billy Hoyle.
Nah, bro. Billy
cold.
Bro, Billy was bro, he used to work in he's so nostalgic with it, bro. He used to work in Time Bomb. Yeah. Like, so that's
a legendary Pittsburgh.
You know what I'm saying, bro? He used to work at Time Bomb, and like he was making beats then, and like he grew and grew and grew, and like he's working with some big artists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even some Pittsburgh legends. Like, he's working with Beatty right now. Yeah. And like, him and Beatty's on a crazy run. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out Billy Hoyle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's my guy. And like, me and him's been locked in. Shout out Billy. We gonna have some shit in the works. I actually got some unreleased music, but we gotta figure something out. That way we could put a whole concept tape together.
So I wanna tap into your influences. Like, as a rapper, like your favorite, I'm gonna say your favorite 3, and then after that I want to get your Mount Rushmore, your top 4. So you gonna go with your favorite, just who you be rocking with, who you got on the speakers, you know what I mean? But then I gotta hold you to the fire, and I gotta put you you gotta put a ranking on this shit too.
All right, so who you want the top 3? Who I'm bumping right now?
Yeah,
top 3 artists. Let me, cause bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I get sporadic, but like, okay. I'm listening to Hove.
All right.
I'm listening to Hove. I got Larry June. I got Larry June in there right now. Hove, Larry June. And I got Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
I got the Carter. I'm bumping the Carter. I've been bumping the Carter.
So you got, in my opinion, Wayne, Hove, 2 GOATs within their own rights. You know what I mean? Larry June, my boys be listening to him, but I never really tapped in. But like that's a nice little lineup to have if you just riding out for a long time. They gonna give you some vibes.
Yeah, man. We actually me, Haim, Jiggy, well, the Knuckleheads, we went on tour like a couple years ago with Larry.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, yeah. And that was cool. That was a really a wonderful opportunity for us to, like, broaden the fan base. Like, we went out to Chicago, and at them times, like, this is before, like, Larry, like, just took off on niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, pretty much, we went on tour, and, like, we went to the Chicago shows, rocked them, and Ohio. But not to get off of that. So those are my top 3, and my top 5 of all time. Like, are you
top
talking
4?
Top 4?
Your Mount Rushmore, yeah.
My Mount Rushmore are just rappers.
Yeah, like who? Like
who's them niggas?
Yeah, but we ranking them though too. So
I gotta be mindful.
You could just say four, and then after you said them four, I'm gonna try to throw them into an order now, man.
All right. One, I'm gonna throw. I gotta throw Hove. I'm sorry. Hove is like he's the top. Like his double entendres is like, and he can switch the flow up. Like niggas forget, Hove started rapping fast. He was rapping fast first. So like to rap fast, you gotta learn how to break syllables down. Like, you know what I'm saying? As an artist, you got to learn how to break syllables down before you learn how to rap fast. Because that's all rapping fast is breaking. And the Migos kind of made it easier for niggas to catch it because it was more of a rhythm. Yeah. But, like, on some twisted shit, you got to really break syllables down. And that's the type of time he was on. So, but he just gives too much game, and he took it. Look where he took it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing it. So, Hove won because... And it's only because he's still alive. Because Biggie would have been it.
You feel like Biggie would have been?
Bro, Biggie would have been Hove, bro. Biggie would have been Hove. You know what I'm saying? But it was just unfortunate circumstances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that, and Biggie put out 2 projects, bro. He only put out 2 projects. And them 2 projects, think about how many people sample Biggie's music.
Facts. Yeah.
You know, off of 2 projects.
And I mean, not to like go against it, but like, you know, Biggie was sampling other people's shit too. So it's like,
no, he was rapping over samples for sure. But like, think about how many times people Biggie was sampled in Travis Scott, biggest song.
Yeah.
Give me the loop.
Yeah.
Like, so like, that's off of his first album. Yeah. So like, I feel as though he was such a trendsetter.
Yeah, if your music could be recycled, that means it was great music.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Because all the great music is recycled. Like, as much as people want to say, like, oh, man, these dudes ain't making nothing to sound new. Like, bro, we never made stuff to sound new. Everything was always... Like, Luther Vandross got... Like, his most famous songs were all covers.
Yeah, facts.
And it's like...
Facts. I ain't even know that. That's a new fun fact. Fun fact.
Hey, I really be tapping into that.
That's music, a fun fact for y'all.
R&B, hip hop, all that shit, bro. I be on it. But who you got coming in 3 and 4?
Third, Drake. Drake's that nigga. I'm like, and I'm sorry. This is just me, and I sound super like mainstream, but like I don't know them. Like these is just the niggas. Like as an artist whose pen. And like niggas try to say Drake don't get busy, bro. If you really know,
Drake get busy.
Drake get busy, bro.
See,
like,
and like I'm gonna let you do your 4th one, but I gotta say this because a lot of people try to downplay what Drake be doing. You know what I mean?
For
like,
sure.
And even like how you said, like, because Biggie stopped early, you can't put him at number 1, but you got to put Hove there. Like, y'all can't be prisoners of the moment and saying like, oh yeah, this dude had one hard album, so he better than a dude who dropped that shit 12 times. Like Drake really dropped. Like Drake dropped albums every year or 2, and he dropped verses, and he dropped singles, bro. Like it's like a LeBron situation. You've been consistently dropping 25, 7 and 7 for 20 years. 100%. But niggas ain't gonna give you your credit for just being consistent, bro. It's hard 100%. As fuck to be consistent in any field, any job.
100%. Like to score the way he's scoring.
Yeah, and to make it a metaphor back to music, Drake is scoring.
100%.
Bro, like, every time he drop, he's scoring, bro.
Out the door.
Like even whenever we be like, man, that shit was a flop. It'll be like a couple years later, you be like, damn, that's the wave that music is going in now.
Hey man, I just wanna be likable like Mr. Aubrey. You know what I'm saying? So like Drake, man, his pen's super. He just gets busy. Yeah, and I'm talking like room for improvement. Drake. This is before Drake had got the bag. Like go back. Yeah. Like and this is what I want y'all to do with people who's watching this interview. When you get a chance, go on streaming and just. Go back to my old shit that I dropped in 2020. It starts with Obstacles, and Obstacles. The crazy thing is that the cover art for that picture and Rest with God Nitty.
Yeah.
That was five. That was literally like 5 minutes before that shooting in Homewood at the Homewood Day party.
Yeah.
So like that picture that you see, it's like real symbolic. And like I was selling, like I had T-shirts, I had merch with it. So like that was like one of the mixtapes that like helped me, like get on my roll to really like to get where I'm at right now, sitting here talking to you.
Fact.
But yeah, man, I just want to reiterate, just check out my old stuff. Like it hits just as hard as the new album. It hits just as hard. You know what I'm saying? What you'll learn from that when you check it out is I've been consistently dropping content and content with a meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just out here just saying any fucking thing.
All right. So you said you had Hove?
Yeah, I had Hove, Biggie, Drake, and my fourth one, and this is just me. And I know, bro, I just sound super mainstream, but these are just the niggas that did something. Like I remember when I was in fifth grade, seeing Kanye, and he had the Louis Vuitton backpack. This is because Kanye came out as like a whole white boy swag. That was his whole swag, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I remember seeing him with the Jesus pieces. He had the rosary Jesus piece with it was like he had the multicolored ones. I remember with he had an orange and green striped polo. It was like a long sleeve one with the white collar. Like, bro, I remember this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I remember being a kid, like, and just being like, yo, this. And then when I had the CD, this first College Dropout. Bro, that's still
probably one of my favorite albums of
groundbreaking.
All time.
You know, I
still listen to it to this day.
To this day, you know what I'm saying? And like, I relate to Ye in a sense, not so much now, cause like, you know, he's a fucking billionaire. Like, he legit got rich nigga problems. Like, he got problems that niggas die to have. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Fact. So, but at that point in time. And I can still relate now because I'm so much further where I was when I was in fourth grade in life. Yay, man! Like I wanted to be him. You know what I'm saying? And the chip on the shoulder. I feel like anybody who got a chip on the shoulder can relate to Ye at that point because like niggas didn't believe in him. Like, and, you know,
niggas ain't believing in a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And he actually was smart enough to document the niggas not believing in him, and then.
So shout out to niggas who didn't believe.
No, facts. Shout out to the niggas who don't believe, and trust me, we know.
Yeah,
we know.
We can see.
What's that Instagram reel? He said, "Why ain't you share my shit? Why don't you share my shit?"
Yeah, fact.
Share my shit. Like when this interview drop, share my shit.
Yeah. Hey, share this shit.
Share this shit.
Share this shit. Share his shit.
Share his shit. Share my shit. You know what I'm saying? If you drop some content, share your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and if you share it, I might fuck around and share your shit, bro.
You know, bro, you look, I already told you off rip. I appreciate you, so you know I'm gonna share your shit.
Oh yeah, fact. And likewise, like we already talked about off camera, you know what I mean? Bro, we gonna stay tapped in the whole time, you know what I mean? But I can't let you off the hook yet. I gotta know because what I'm trying to do with my podcast, bro, I'm trying to bring people together, bro. I'm trying to tell this story of hip hop because nobody told it whenever we was coming up.
Talk to me.
I need to know your top 5 in the city.
Ooh.
Then after you do your top 5, I need to know who would you like
top
on
5
your next
in the
project,
city.
who would you want to have like on your next project, like a feature that you never had. And if I could get it done for you, know what I mean? Like I'll try to know what I mean, make that shit work.
Top 5 in the city. Okay. All right, so excluding me. And this is just rappers. We talking rappers.
Yeah, just straight rap.
All right, we gonna go with the first. Rest with God. I'll say rest with God. WAP.
Yeah.
First.
Hey, you got to. Hey, that's my number 1 too.
And rest. So I'll say, and it's hard. Cause look, they're in my book. They're tied. Cause they both ended up losing their lives, unfortunately, around the same times they were about to bubble. But like, I'll start with Wapo first, because Wapo was really about to go.
Facts.
He was out the door.
He was gone, bro.
He was gone.
He was gone.
Then I'll go with Trillsy, because Trillsy, bro, he was out there.
Gone. Yeah, he was
Trillsy
gone.
was, bro, and his wordplay was nice.
Bro, he was stepping on shit. That pivot.
Third, I got it, and I wasn't in the city. I wasn't in the city when it happened, but Tef, so I didn't get to see the effect that he had here, but I heard about it,
bro,
and I seen the videos.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you a story. Like the night after Tef died, or maybe like a few nights, like the weekend of, bro, we at the club and they playing like some mainstream shit. Like, I don't want to say Dreams and Nightmares because I don't want to get like my time fucked up, but like it was a turned up song like that, like Sky's the Limit, Dreams and Nightmares and shit. So they playing that, bro. We all turned the fuck up. Boom. That fucking bass drop for that Bev Soul 4, bro, I promise you, bro. Like, I seen a club go from like Sky's the Limit turned up to like Bev Soul 4 turned up, bro, and it was so fucking crazy. Like the impact that he had on the city
was crazy.
Bro.
That's
like,
crazy.
We was waiting on Bev Soul. It's like, who he about to expose next? Who he about to fuck with next? Like, and like, bro, that, and like I told you off camera, bro, that's the reason why I had to have this podcast, bro, because Pittsburgh got a story. Like the hip hop scene in Pittsburgh got a real story that we didn't document how we was supposed to, bro, because the back and forth between Tef and Mees was, bro, that shit was legendary, bro.
Nah, 100%.
That was a heavyweight fight, because, bro, Tef was coming at him like on like a Gucci type level, where it's like, nigga, nigga, what's up? 100%. But Mees was coming at him on something that I mean, like, I'm a word play the fuck out of you.
Hey, and Mees gets busy.
Man,
like,
Mees crazy.
Hey, shout out to Mees. Shout out to Chicken. Right. Shout out to the whole POP, all them niggas, man. But
right.
All right, so, and we talking legends, right? We talking legends in the city, right?
Yeah, we can talk legends.
Like, who I'm naming is the legends in the city.
Yeah.
I named, or they, like,
They could be dead or alive, but the last one, I want them to be alive, like the one that you said you'd rather have a feature with.
All right, so the last, I got two. Yo, and this is just someone who I respected, Boaz.
Facts.
Bo, like, yo, Bo get busy.
Super talented.
Bo get busy. I
interviewed Boaz.
Bro,
Facts.
Bo get busy.
He get busy to this day.
Saying? Still, Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Pandemic music. That's what.
Bro, he get busy.
That was his latest project.
Like,
Facts.
So like that's one of that's still breathing. That's still getting busy. This pen still. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I would definitely love to work with Bo. Who else? What? So who? I said.
You said Tef.
I said yeah. So I got one
Wapo,
more.
Then you said Jimmy. Wap. Then Jimmy Wapo. So you got one more.
I got one more. That's a legend in the city. Yo, I mean, who? I can't say. Yo, shout out to Fed.
Yeah, hey, big shout out to Fed.
Cause it's like, and I honestly, we make different music, but like I'll put Fed up there because I don't know. I don't personally like. I'm not like this with Fed, but you know, niggas is cool. Niggas is homies. Like, you know, yeah. if I see you, I'ma speak. You smile me up, I smile you up. But like, I respect the niggas grind. Fact. You know what I'm saying? And that man, like, a lot of people try to talk about what he got going, but bro, you can't talk down on that man's grind. Because that man grinded to get to where he's at. Fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to downplay it, and a lot. What I'm noticing when you on the rise, like niggas try to downplay you when you on the come up, yeah, like and niggas, you can watch it. That's the beauty of it. Like a lot of this shit's documented. You can go back and check all the mixtapes, check all the videos that dropped, because that's why I'll say that man went on a crazy run around like 2018, 2019 to get him here where he's at now. So look, we got a minute left, so that we could get like who would you want to get a feature with next year, and we also gotta let people know like where to find you. So look, if I can get a feature, if I can get a big feature next year, it would be a Wiz. Like, it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from this. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's from the city. Like, we cool, mutual people, whatever to whatever. You know, but that would just be the dream. That'd be like if I
you could have it your way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I could call somebody up right now, like, yo, bro, you trying to lay this feature for me? That would be. But, like, you know, if it happens, it happens. We're gonna put that out in the universe.
In fact, you gotta manifest that.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta manifest it. So Wiz will be it. And you can find me where you can find me. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube under Chucc Global. CHUCC. That's 2 C's like Chanel. You know what I'm saying? I spell my name with 2 C's like I wear Chanel.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's global, like the world. GLOBAL. Chucc Global.
All right, facts. So, look, we got Chucc Global in the building. Make sure y'all tap in.
Yes, sir.
All the social media.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad I got to have you on the podcast,
you, bro.
man.
It was
a good link up.
Love.
So, I just want to give you a little, give you your roses while you're here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you pulling up.
I will be back. I will definitely be back. I really appreciate It's Harden 1v1. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate being on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to keep this story going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
My nigga.
Yeah.